But the reason why I'm bringing up Selah is she passed away a few years ago, quite a few years ago actually. Woof. This week, it's been a doozy. And it's only Thursday. But it hasn't been well, it's had some bad moments. But the dogs have not been them. No, the dogs have been actually really good. So we had a few wins since the last time we were here. Joy is doing much better with impulse control. She's still very impulsive. But when my daughter went to open the kennel to take her outside, Joy just patiently waited at the kennel door for the release word. And my daughter not had that happen, so she didn't know why the dog wasn't coming out of the kennel. And I was like, you need to tell her okay. And Joy never broke eye contact with my daughter. She just kept looking at her. And my daughter got to actually say the release word, okay, so that Joy would come out. And Joy, as soon as she heard okay from my daughter, she popped out. She did not pop out when I told my daughter to say okay. So she clearly was listening to her and not me. That is a huge win. When the dog listens to the kid by choice and not because I'm making them, huge win. I cannot go over that enough. Hannah seems to be a little bit more confident. She's still skittish. Like when my husband was moving something a few minutes ago, she kept looking at me all concerned. But she's getting better with being more confident and calm with the stays. However, her whining at the chickens, some days it's better, some days it's worse. She's still not used to them. I feel like it's going to be a process. It's been so busy. We had two of our kids had birthdays this week. So it's been really hectic, which it's been, I mean, I love birthdays. So it's fabulous that we get to celebrate our kids' birthdays. I love birthdays, but it adds extra to the family. It adds the family dynamic. We have a lot more going on, and with 2 birthdays within a week's time, it's chaos. And so we're also getting ready for a party. Are you a good girl? Yeah. This birthday, my daughter's 8th birthday, was a little extra special because our baby, who's no longer really a baby, he's now 1. Her birthday is, I think, 5 or 6 days before his birthday. And you, talking about you. He learned to walk on her birthday, and it was so sweet and so precious, and she's so excited. Anyways, we have their party coming up this weekend, and that's provided a whole extra hustle and bustle. So it's one party, so you think it'd be easier, but it's actually double the work because it's still 2 parties, and on the same day. Another win, Joy is doing much better with being brushed in the face. She's still a hot stinking mess as far as getting the scissors trimmed, so I'm gonna have to work on that. I have not been able to get that part of training with her. We are working with her. That is a huge win. Don't lick. Don't. Still working on this one with her licking. Have not figured it out. And I mean this one, I mean the big brown one. Yes, you, Hannah. So Joy is doing much better with some tools around her face, but not others. So things like, it's really when you get closer to her eye and around her mouth that she really gets kind of wary, might be the right word. She's wary of it. She doesn't want you to do it. She wants you to leave her alone. I'm also discovering now that her fur is, because I trimmed her fur really, really closely last time I gave her a good shave. And so now that her fur is growing in a little bit more, which she's much cuter to me, a little bit puppy dog, shaggy, a little bit. She's getting knots on her underside, so I've got to go give her a hygiene clip. But I'm discovering that she's not liking her rear end, her tail, her all that groom. She's not liking that. So anyways, Joy is also going to be getting a new collar and leash. I ordered them. They are super cute. I found a soft pink Pink is my daughter's favorite color, so, and this is her dog, so, you know, gotta roll with it. But I found a really cute light pink collar with rose gold hardware. It's a flat buckle collar. I'm super excited about it. It's hard to find a flat buckle collar in Joy size, and they're just more secure, safer for the dog. So hopefully this one will fit. I bought her a cheap flat buckle collar in the past from the grocery store, and it did not fit. And so I had to return it. So yep, still working with Joy, but we are making progress. So progress is good. It may take a few months to get her to where she is not apprehensive about the grooming tools. I wish I could be a little bit more consistent with training. Is that itch? Is that the spot? Oh. So yeah, she's still looking a little messy, but progress is progress. She needs a bath. She went and played in the mud today. It's raining here, but hey, the good news is another big one. This is huge. This is huge. Her being kennel trained means that on rainy days, I just pop her in the kennel unless I'm spending time with her. So training, feeding, snuggling, like right now. That means that, or if I'm playing with her, if I want to play with her, I'll pull her out, or if my daughter's playing with her. So basically, if she is not being attended, she is in her kennel because we're doing the back to basics thing. The nice thing is, because if she's in the house, she's in her kennel or she's being 100% supervised, which means she's not peeing on the carpet and hiding it. So that means that housebreaking has been better, because we had a Chihuahua. Oh my gosh. We had a Chihuahua that was housebroke. Yeah. Comment down if you've had a Chihuahua that was housebroke. Rainy days, nope, not happening. Felt nervous, nope, not happening. Chihuahuas will just go in the house if you don't train them. And honestly, I think that with doing the crate the way that I'm doing with Joy, I think it might have gone better with my previous dog, but it's fine. Oh yes, now Joy did make it into the chicken coop. I think she was out with my kids, which she wasn't supposed to be. And she made it. I had given the chicks some pizza crust for Scrappy's. Yeah, Joy wanted the pizza crust. So Joy found a way into the chicken run to get the pizza crust. Fortunately, she does not care about the chickens, so that's a win. That meant my husband was able to figure out where she got in, so predators can't get in my run. If you know what, if it's gonna be Joy proof, it's gonna be predator proof. So, hey, where are you going? No. Joy. All right, you're going back in your kennel then. Oh, you don't want to go back in your kennel? Come here. All right, you're going in your kennel. Okay, dog's in the kennel. So yeah, don't let anybody make you feel guilty if you need to put your dog in the kennel for a few hours. I mean, obviously don't leave in the kennel all the time. That's not what's happening. But this idea that if you're home, the dog has to be running out and running free it's not actually beneficial to the dog or to you, because let's face it, you can't always watch them. And if they're not well behaved, if they're not trained, then the kennel is a really good, safe place for them to be. They can't eat something that they shouldn't, which if they do could, send them to the vet in their life. Pretty serious. So if they're safely in their kennel for a few hours, it's not a big deal. It's not neglect. And this is coming from, I used to have kennel guilt, and then I started following some professional dog trainers on YouTube, on Instagram, and watching their podcasts and whatnot. And all the ones that I've been following are like, it's okay to put your dog in the crate, pop them in for a little bit, and do what you need to do, and then pull them out and exercise and play. That way your interaction with them is way better, they're safer, and there's more peace in the home. So yeah, so Joy is in her kennel. She's been out, she's been brushed, she's been left on, she's been to the bathroom, she's had water, she's had food. She is spoiled. So letting that go. Oh, yeah. Before I put her in her kennel, I was talking about how, before the chicken coop thing, I was talking about her leash, her collar, her flat buckle collar coming in. Man, I am scatterbrained today. It is, this is real, this is raw. With a little bit of editing, not too much. So we got a flat buckle collar. Hopefully it'll fit. It should be here any moment. Also, I got her a cute little leash. I'm very excited about it. It's got pretty flowers on it. I mean, it's so pretty. I'm so excited. And yeah, so more dog training videos to come once we get the leash, because we gotta teach her some leash skills. Oh yeah, part of the reason why I'm so scatterbrained is my baby woke me up at 4:45 this morning. He was wired. I didn't get much sleep last night. To begin with, he kept me up till midnight. So yeah, I'm running on a little bit of sleep. It's all right, sleep deprivation, it's okay. Y'all aren't here for that, y'all are here for the dogs. I wish that y'all could have met Selah. Selah was awesome. Selah was my heart dog. She was the puppy I got when my husband and I were engaged. Many moons ago. She would have been 13 this year. She was a fun dog. She loved lasers. She loved lights and shadows. She was so smart. She would know that when she would chase a shadow from a bird in the backyard, she would look up if the bird went under something and the shadow went away, and she would track the bird, and then she would know where the shadow was going to be, and she would pounce on the shadow. She was brilliant. She noticed every little change. That mutt, she knew every little change, whether I changed the calendar. We finally had to learn, she was so smart too. We learned that when we brought something home, like my son's crib, it was Selah. Before we would bring her into our apartment, we would say, Selah, we have to tell you, there's something new. Let me show you. And we would have to walk, and we would have to escort her to the new item. Or if I rearranged the furniture, like, we had to show her every little change. It was quite funny. She was part Great Pyrenees. Any Great Pyrenees owner will tell you that they are very observant dogs. They know when the leaf moves, the fly moves, the calendar moves. Yeah, she literally lost her marbles over me changing the calendar one time. It was hysterical. But the reason why I'm bringing up Selah is she passed away a few years ago, quite a few years ago actually. I think this year will be 7 years, 8 years. This September will be 8 years. She was hit by a car in our own driveway. Our neighbor that did it was an accident. She charged his truck. She popped out of the woods, and it was just a nightmare. But yeah, anyways, the reason why I'm bringing this up is my dear friend, her dog Ace passed away last week, and Ace was Selah's best friend. They were young dogs together. They would go to the dog park together and play, and she would keep Selah for me when we would go out of town. So it's been thinking about her a lot lately and looking at pictures. I posted some in the community tab. She was beautiful white with brown patches. She was a sweetheart. She had the best magic fur. Like, she had the true Pyrenees magic fur. She would come in. I remember she came in when she was probably about 4 months old, and she was covered in just mud, and it was just thick and nasty. And so I locked her in the kitchen, and I went to go get a towel and a brush and something else to help clean her off. And by the time I made it back, all the mud was just in clumps all on the floor, and she was perfectly white, like nothing had ever happened. It was quite remarkable. But yeah, I miss her. I miss her dearly.